Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are cracking open a claim that, well, it's been around for centuries, really.
Oh, yeah.
This idea that consuming an egg, and often, the image is a raw egg, gulped down fast, is the ultimate way to boost vitality.
Right.
Whether you're about to, lift something heavy or for more intimate activity.
It's a classic gritty image, isn't it? Straight out of a boxing movie.
Yeah.
But the real question for you, listening, is whether this is just folklore, just symbolism, or if there's actual nutritional science behind it.
Exactly. Does it really help with libido, stamina, performance?
Mm-hmm.
So that's our mission today. We've dug into a whole stack of sources, clinical nutrition, studies on vascular health, even traditional medicine, to figure out if this humble egg really is a natural performance enhancer.
And what's fascinating is that the old wisdom is partly true, but probably not for the reasons people thought hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
The egg isn't some kind of magic pill you take right before. It's more of a master class in systemic support. It gives your body the foundation it needs for overall health.
And that overall health is the key.
That's the prerequisite for everything. For energy, stamina, sexual well-being, it's all connected right down to the chemical level.
I like that integration. Okay, so let's cut to the chase then. Where does this belief even come from? I guess we have to start with the symbolism.
You have to. Across the globe, the egg represents potential. New life, fertility. In many traditional Asian cultures, it's seen as a warming food associated with longevity and energy.
So it makes sense that people would connect that symbol of vitality with, well, their own vitality.
Of course. If you believe an egg is concentrated energy, it's the first thing you'd reach for.
And the incredible thing is when you actually look inside the shell, the science validates that symbolism with this incredibly dense nutrient profile.
Precisely. A single large egg, maybe 50 grams, gives you about 6 or 7 grams of complete, high-quality protein.
And complete is the key word there, right?
It's crucial. It means you're getting all 9 essential amino acids, the ones your body absolutely cannot make on its own. Plus, you get about 5 grams of healthy fat and a whole host of vitamins and minerals.
So let's talk about that protein-fat combination. Why is that specific mix so good for stamina, maybe better than just grabbing some quick carbs?
It's all about sustained energy. See, simple carbs give you that quick sugar rush.
And then the crash.
Yeah. Total fatigue. But the protein and fat in an egg slows everything down. They slow down digestion, so you get this very steady, slow release of energy. No spikes, no troughs.
So you're basically preventing fatigue before it even starts.
You're enhancing stamina for any kind of prolonged physical activity. It just keeps you going.
Okay, that makes total sense. So if sustained energy is the engine, let's talk about the plumbing. How does an egg support blood flow? Because that seems to be the most critical factor for, sexual function.
It really is. And this is where it gets super interesting because it all comes down to the same biological pathway. Our sources all point to one specific amino acid in eggs, L-arginine.
L-arginine. Why is that one so important?
Because L-arginine is the direct precursor to something called nitric oxide, NO.
Right.
And nitric oxide is a potent vasodilator.
Meaning it relaxes and widens the blood vessels?
It widens the pipes, exactly. This improves circulation everywhere. And that improved circulation is non-negotiable for sexual performance. In men, it's absolutely critical for achieving and maintaining an erection.
Which is why it's looked at for ED.
For sure. And for women, that enhanced blood flow is essential for arousal and sensitivity. It just helps the body shunt blood where it needs to go efficiently.
Okay, but I have to ask, is the amount of L-arginine in 1 or 2 eggs enough to cause a big immediate spike in nitric oxide? Or is this more of a long-term benefit?
That's a great question. And it's definitely the latter. This isn't like taking a concentrated supplement right before you need it.
Got it.
The benefit of the egg is about consistency. Eating them regularly ensures your body always has the building blocks, the L-arginine, the B vitamins, to keep your vascular and hormonal systems running optimally. You're supporting the factory, not just flipping a switch.
That makes so much more sense. It's foundational support. Okay, so moving from blood flow to hormones. Egg yolks are full of 2 things people used to be scared of, vitamin D and cholesterol.
Right, the 2 villains of old school nutrition.
How do they support sexual health?
They are absolutely critical. First, vitamin D, which is really a hormone itself, is closely linked to maintaining healthy testosterone levels.
And testosterone is key for libido in both men and women.
In everyone, yeah. It drives desire and energy. Then there's the cholesterol. For years, we were told to avoid it, but dietary cholesterol is the literal building block. the direct precursor for making all of our steroid hormones.
Testosterone, estrogen.
Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, all of them. Think of it as the raw material for the hormone factory in your adrenal glands and gonads. If you don't have enough raw material, you can't produce the finished product efficiently.
So, does the quality of the egg matter here? Pasture-raised versus a standard commercial egg?
The research suggests it does. Eggs from pasture-raised hens tend to have higher levels of vitamin D and a better omega-3 profile, which helps reduce inflammation. So while any egg gives you the basics, a higher quality one might just give you more bang for your buck.
And we can't forget the minerals.
No, absolutely not. An egg has about 5% of your daily zinc, which might not sound like a lot.
But it adds up.
It adds up, and zinc is just foundational for male sexual health. It's essential for making testosterone, for creating sperm, basically for sperm quality and vitality. Yep. Healthy zinc levels support a healthy libido.
So eggs aren't just for energy. They're helping manufacture hormones and neurotransmitters, right? You mentioned choline.
Choline is indispensable. The yolk is packed with it. One egg has almost 200 milligrams, and you need choline to produce acetylcholine,
which is a key neurotransmitter. What does it do for performance?
Acetylcholine is the chemical messenger that it regulates the part of your nervous system responsible for initiating sexual response, the rest and digest system. If you're deficient in acetylcholine, your body's ability to even begin the arousal process can be reduced.
You're literally feeding the communication lines between your brain and your body.
That's a perfect way to put it.
What about the other B vitamins?
They're like the support crew. B5 and B6 are vital for managing stress. And we all know that chronic stress absolutely kills libido.
Oh, for sure.
B5 specifically helps your adrenal glands prioritize making sex hormones over stress hormones like cortisol. And B12 is critical for making new cells, which includes sperm production. It can help increase sperm count and motility.
It's an incredible synergy of nutrients in one little package.
It really is.
Yeah.
And of course, it works best as part of a whole system. For fertility, you also need things like selenium and folate, which you'd get from a balanced diet. The egg is a great start, a great foundation.
Okay, now we have to talk about the Hollywood image, the raw egg. Is there any truth to it? Is raw somehow better for potency?
No, absolutely not. The science here is emphatic. Raw consumption is not only worse, it's dangerous.
Let's start with dangerous.
The biggest risk is salmonella. It's a bacteria that can be in raw or undercooked eggs, and it causes nasty food poisoning.
Yeah.
And if you're in a vulnerable group, a child, an older adult, or if you're pregnant, that risk is seriously amplified.
But beyond just the safety, you're saying it's actually nutritionally worse to eat them raw?
It is. It's a double whammy, really.
Yeah.
First, raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin.
Avidin.
And avidin binds to biotin, that's vitamin B7, and prevents your body from absorbing it. So you could actually create a vitamin deficiency, which can lead to hair loss, skin problems. Not exactly what you're looking for when you have to boost vitality.
So it's not just risky, it's actively working against you.
Exactly. And the final nail in the coffin is digestibility. Cooking actually changes the structure of the egg's protein, making it way easier for your enzymes to break it down.
How much easier?
You absorb up to 90% of the protein from a cooked egg. With a raw egg, it's only about 50%. So the Rocky method is a failure on every single scientific level. Safer, more nutritious, more effective to just cook it.
Well, that settles that debate pretty clearly. Okay, let's get practical for a minute. For someone listening who wants to use eggs to support their stamina, what's the best way to prepare them, and what's the best timing?
The sources agree that it's about consistency, not just cramming them in. For most healthy adults, about 4 to 6 whole eggs a week is a great target.
4 to 6. And preparation?
Simple as best. Boiled, poached, lightly scrambled. You want to avoid cooking them in a ton of extra oil, which can add inflammatory fats.
And the timing, that seems critical.
It is. You want to eat them about 1 to 2 hours before any kind of activity, whether that's a workout or something else.
Why that 1 to 2 hour window specifically?
It gives your stomach enough time to start emptying, so the nutrients are beginning to be absorbed into your bloodstream right when you need them. If you eat too close to activity, your body is diverting energy to digestion instead of your muscles.
You'll just feel sluggish.
Exactly. That window is the sweet spot.
All right, let's tackle the big one, the cholesterol fear. For decades, we were all told to avoid egg yolks. Now the thinking has shifted. What happened?
It's been a huge shift in nutritional science. I mean, the concern was always that 200 milligrams of cholesterol in the yolk, and some older observational studies did link really high egg consumption, like multiple eggs a day, to higher LDL or bad cholesterol.
So why is the advice different now?
Well, we've learned a lot. We now understand that for most people, the cholesterol you eat in food has a much smaller impact on your blood cholesterol than we thought.
It's more about saturated and trans fats.
That's the primary driver for most of us. Plus, we realize that genetics play a huge role. About 30% of people are hyper-responders, and they do need to be more careful.
But for the other 70%,
For the vast majority, a recent 2024 review confirmed it. 1 egg a day does not increase the risk of heart disease for most healthy people. The science has just gotten better.
so the context of your whole diet matters more than the egg itself.
It's everything.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to touch on one really fascinating detail from our sources. A clinical trial on a product made from, get this, fertilized, partly incubated chicken eggs.
Yes, this is not your average breakfast egg. This is where we see the potential for very specific bioactive compounds. The trial on this extract showed a really significant boost in sexual desire.
The number was huge. 58% of participants who had low desire noticed an improvement in just 2 weeks.
It's a massive leap. And it suggests that during development, the egg might contain unique peptides or growth factors that go beyond just the basic vitamins and protein we've been talking about.
Now, we should say it was a commercial product, so there could be some bias.
For sure, you always have to acknowledge that. But it still strongly suggests there's chemistry in the egg we're only just beginning to understand.
That's exactly the kind of detail we love on this deep dive. So, what's the final takeaway? The egg is not a magic bullet.
Not a magic bullet,
Yeah.
but it is an incredibly powerful, compact source of nutrients that directly support all the systems you need for libido, stamina, and performance.
The L-arginine for blood flow, the vitamin D and cholesterol for hormones.
The B vitamins and choline for your brain and your energy levels. It's a full-spectrum performance food.
And a final, really crucial note of caution.
Yes. It's so important to remember that while diet is a powerful tool, if you're experiencing persistent sexual dysfunction, it can be an early warning sign of an underlying health issue,
Like cardiovascular disease.
especially cardiovascular disease. So diet can help support this system, but it's not a cure. That conversation needs to move from the kitchen to a doctor's office.
An essential reminder. So to leave you with one final thought. The fact that a food we associate with raw physical strength, for a workout, uses the exact same mechanisms, like nitric oxide production, that are required for peak sexual health. Well, it just reminds us that the body is one integrated machine.
It's all connected.
So if you focus on optimizing your body's ability to run a mile or lift a weight, are you also, maybe without even realizing it, optimizing your romantic life? We think the chemistry suggests those two goals might just be inseparable.